Hey, welcome back to another YouTube video. So this is match 1 of 7 Summer League matches. So I plan to video each one of my Summer League matches this year so you can track my progress throughout the summer. So we're back at Thorpe Fishery near Tamworth, which is a carp dominated venue. There are some silvers in here, but it's all about catching carp. So the plan today is to start offshore. I did spot a few carp come into that bay in front of me when I was setting up, so I've got to give it a go right from the off and see if I can get some early fish in the net. I have a shallow line set up as the carp no doubt will be up in the water at some point in the day. Later I plan to fish the method feeder tight under the tree. It's going to be a difficult one. The island that you can see where the tree is, it's about 50 metres away. The tree comes out quite a way, overhangs, so I need to throw the feeder hard and low to get tight to the bank. Margin lines, I've got a right hand margin where I plan to feed dead reds and fish either dead reds or sweet corn over the top. Left hand margin, I'll feed micros and fish corn over the top or hard pellet if the corn isn't working. So they're my lines. Now let me just quickly show you the bait tray. Okay, so in terms of bait today, I've tried to keep it really simple. So I've got 8mm hard pellets, which I'm going to be using for when I'm fishing short at the beginning. I've got 6mm pellets when I'm fishing shallow. I've got my ground bait, and I've got my dead reds and sweet corn for the margins. And then I've got the micros as well for when I'm fishing on the feeder later in the day. So that's the bait tray. Now, hopefully, we're going to get the all in very soon and start doing some fishing. Okay, so we just had the all in, so there I am potting in some ground bait, and I believe if I remember right I had some 2mm pellets just in there as well. I just wanted to draw the fish in and have something to keep them on the bottom, but I was also the main feed going in, throwing in 8mm pellets. So today it just got worse and worse. The weather today, I shouldn't be calling this a summer league. I should be calling it a winter league. It just felt like it was winter fishing. The wind picked up. We were getting gusts of easily around 18 to 20 mile an hour winds. The fact we was quite open there, and you can hear it there on the video. Like I say, it got worse throughout the day, and this was my nemesis, having to deal with the wind. And you'll see throughout the day how it just stopped me being able to fish the way I normally would. But that's the way it was. We all had to deal with it. The anglers to my left had a lot of high wind as well to deal with. The anglers to my right, it didn't seem so bad, and they were just able to sort of fish a little bit better, get better presentation. But that's what we had to deal with, and you'll see throughout the day. So I am going to turn the volume down on these video clips just so you can hear me talking as well. Okay, so in terms of the rig, we had about 3.5 foot of water. There we go, just missed our first bite. So like I say, we had about 3.5 foot of water. I wanted my bait right down to the bottom as quick as I could. So we had quite difficult windy conditions picking up. We got quite a bit of ripple going on there, and we had quite a bit of tow. So I was fishing a 4x14 float. I had a bulk shotting pattern above the hook length. So I say a bulk shotting pattern. I had 3 number 9s, rest number 8s, all spaced out at 1 inch apart. I wanted my bait right down to the bottom as quick as I could. So 4x14 float, strung out shotting pattern, and size 16 hook, and with a fishing a 8mm pellet on the banded hook. So we just missed that first bite. I don't know if it was a small fish. It was a positive bite, but then we get another bite not long after, but it wasn't the target fish. It's 8mm, fishing 8mm pellet and caught a gudgeon. Great. You can't make it up. Wind's picking up, and now I am catching gudgeon on 8mm pellets. But go back in again with an 8mm pellet on and throw in some 8mm over the top. And there we go, didn't take long, straight away I hooked into my first carp. So literally 4 to 5 minutes into the match, and we got our first carp. So like I said right at the beginning, I saw some carp coming to this bay, and I just felt like they would just keep doing this throughout the day. And so I wanted to try this short line give it easily at least 10 to 15 minutes at the beginning of the match. And if I hadn't had a bite, then I would have certainly come off it really quick. But there we go, within 5 minutes, hooked into our first carp. So just playing this one, so I'm just keeping that pole down as low as I can in case that hook comes out. It's something I always do. I always make sure I keep the pole down when I'm playing it. There we go, nice carp, about 5-6 pounds. Not bad. I want to say it's our first fish, but it's actually our second one because we went and caught a gudgeon. But but this is our first proper fish. I don't think gudgeon really count. They do weigh at the end of the day. It's every gudgeon is an ounce. That's the way I look at it. So, but we're not going to get many of those in this venue because it's sort of, like I say, dominated by carp. So I'm just going to get the hook out. I'm going to pop it into the net. There you go. Look at that. Not a bad carp. 5-6 pounds.
Hey guys, thank you for watching these free videos. Just a couple of reminders. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It only takes 2 seconds to press the button. Hit the subscribe button. It is free. It doesn't cost you a penny, but it's a massive, massive help to the channel. Also, don't forget to give the video a like, give it a thumbs up. But at the end, also, if you can, please leave a comment. All the comments really, really help the video as well. It helps promote the video and it really, really does help improve what I do. Now let's get back to the video.
So another 8mm pellet on the banded hook, back out again on the short line. So I carried on with this for about another 40 minutes, but unfortunately it didn't produce another carp. So I tried to persevere, but 40 minutes, I decided to swap lines. Okay, so we came off that short line and we started to fish shallow. So basically, anglers 2 pegs down and 3 pegs down were catching carp on this pretty much from the off. We were 40 minutes in, roughly 40 minutes into the match, and when the angler 2 pegs down already had 4 carp, angler next to him on his right had already had 3 carp. Both fishing shallow, but like I said earlier, the wind was quite protected towards the end of the lake. They weren't getting it as it didn't appear that it was as rough for them. But I had to give it a go because that seemed to be the technique. We knew the fish was going to be shallow. It was quite a mild day. We had about 18 degrees, sort of 17, 18 degrees. But these high winds were just causing me a lot of problem. Every time I was slapping it in, the pole would also then get blown to my left, and I would then move my flow to move the bait, and that's not what you want to do when you're fishing shallow. You want to slap it in and leave it and let the bait fall naturally. But we did get a bite. But again, not the target fish. I mean, rather than this being I should have said right at the beginning this was a silvers match, because I just seemed to be catching them. But they're only small fish. But I did get a bite, so it showed there was some fish in the swim. But I carried on fishing the 6mm pellet, fishing about, I was about 2 feet deep there, and slapping it in. I did get another indication there was a carp. I did get a swirl. I did see a swirl even with all these ripples. The ripples were roughly around 1 to 2 inches. You can't tell on the video, but it was more like waves rather than ripples on the water. But I did see a carp surface in my swim when I was slapping it in, but I didn't get any take. I carried on with this pretty much for about 45 minutes. So we're roughly around an hour and a half into the match, but I did not catch a carp on this line. So again, I tried to persevere with it because anglers were catching, but it was just too rough, too windy. It wasn't comfortable. I was having to lean back when I was slapping. Look, the whole thing just wasn't right for me. So came off this line, and then we went on to the feeder. Okay, so now we swapped to the feeder. So we've got 2mm micros on the method feeder, and we're fishing a 6mm hard pellet on the banded hook. And this was always going to be a challenge. I mean, I was trying to fish and cast out at 50 meters directly under a tree that was heavily overhanging, and it was hard work. As you can see, that actually fell 2 meters short. I was in too deep a water, but I was very wary about clipping that tree. I also had the wind against me. When I was casting, the wind would just take the line, create a massive bow in the line. I was having to sink it really quick. It was hard. I did get a couple of casts much closer to that island throughout the day, but I also did clip that tree a couple of times. I did lose one feeder in the tree, unfortunately. I did have one take. I came on this line multiple times throughout the day. I did get a bite, had a carp on. It went straight into those reeds on the right hand side. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera rolling at the time, but it went straight into those, deep into those reeds, and I lost another feeder. So it wasn't the best of days. Trying to fish this line was always going to be a challenge. I was having to cast to the right of that tree for it to land in the middle. That's how difficult it was with this wind. But I did try to persevere throughout the day, but like I say, it wasn't great, and I didn't actually get a carp on this line. So another decent cast there, looks. That was actually much closer into the island, but you would have expected to have had a bite really quick, but I didn't get one, and that's how it went throughout the day. So we came off that feed line and went on the right hand margin fishing sweet corn, and literally within seconds of putting a float in, putting the rig in, I had my first bite.
Just fish the margin all day, really.
And just joking there, like I was saying to my neighbour, I should have just stayed on this margin all day. Everything was against me, the wind, distance to that island. If I'd have just sat in the margin, I'd have been able to have had a better presentation, controlled what I was doing, and just waiting for those carp. But I mean, I had been feeding this all day on and off as I was trying those other techniques, and so the bait was going in, and the carp has obviously just decided to come in at this point, maybe. But I do wish, looking back, rather than struggling on that shallow line, rather than struggling out trying to cast at 50 metres, I should have just stuck with this margin. I think I probably would have caught more, who knows. But we're going to play this one. And we do get him in. It's our second fish. We're now about 3.5 hours into the match. Angler 2 down from me, and his neighbour on his right. We're catching steady throughout the day, and you can hear the wind. Look, that wind is absolutely horrendous. So it looks like I'm moving there, but it's not. That's the camera just swaying around in the wind. So I was taking my time with this one. I really didn't want to lose it. I mean, it was only going to be my second fish, and every single one was going to count. So this, like I said, it was a summer league. Yes, you want to win the match. I was already out of winning the match because other people to my right were already catching well. So, but it's about getting points. But decent fish there from the margin, fishing corn over the top of dead reds and with some ground bait, which has managed to draw that one in. So we get this one in the net. That was probably around £4, so I think I had around £10 thereabouts. Caught the one earlier in the match, around, well, within 5 minutes. You thought I'd have had a good run at that point, but caught first one in 5 minutes, around £5 to £6. That was around 4, so I'm going to give myself around £10 at this point. Like I say, 3.5 hours into the match, but plenty of time to go to hopefully get a few more. So we just had that carp, so time to top up the margins. So we're putting in some micros and a couple of pieces of corn on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side we were potting in some dead reds, then topped off with some ground bait down on that right hand margin. So this is what I've been doing. I've been doing this now on this line, priming these lines for about an hour. So in a way, I wasn't too surprised that I'd caught that carp really quick. So straight back in, and it didn't take long. It was probably, I mean, 5 minutes did go by at this point, but didn't take too long, and I got another bite there. So again, piece of sweet corn, fishing over the dead reds and ground bait. Down to the top kit, strip some elastic back, and we bring this one in. So this was a nice, I think this was a common, I don't know about you guys, but I always find that common carp, they just fight a lot better. I think I do prefer catching common over mirror carp. Leave a comment on the video, tell me what you think. Do common carp fight more than mirrors, or is it just my imagination? Which one do you prefer? Leave a comment. So we get his head up, get the landing net under him, and there we go. So it's a nice fish, this one. I think if I remember right, this was, and looking at that there, around the £7 mark. So You get some good carp in the margins, and there's definitely a lot bigger carp in this lake. You can get them certainly double figures without any problem. So get the hook out and we get that one in the net. So we've got around the 17 pounds at this point. So again, another piece of sweet corn on the hook. So I did on and off try that left hand margin, but every time I went on it, there was no indications there at all. So most of the time when I was in the margin, I was going on the right hand side. So like I say, another piece of sweet corn on the hook, back in on the right hand side. That wind just didn't let up all day long. See, angler next to me got another carp on, so he was catching. He had a few, definitely. I think he doubled what I'd had, but it didn't take long. Again, was probably in our last 45 minutes of the match now, and we get another bite, another carp on. Fast forward that, I was playing this one probably about 10 minutes. It was giving me a right run around, and then all of a sudden down to the top kit, and it wanted to shoot out to the middle. I tried to put on another section and it comes off. So we just lost that carp, so we're now going to top up the margins again. So after every bite or every fish, I was topping up the margins at this point. So again, right hand side, dead reds and ground bait, pop that in. And then on the left hand side, on this occasion it was just 2mm micros. Just squeeze them together, and there's just a few loose ones in there as well. Pop those in on the left hand side. Then straight away just go back out and start fishing that right hand margin. So there we go. Just had a bite. Another fish on, another carp. So we've definitely got the carp in the margin. But again, this one just didn't quite feel right. A little bit similar to that last one. I had to play this a little bit longer than what it looks on the video, but it's, again, it just didn't feel like it was hooked properly. So again, stripped some elastic back and it came off straight away. So I felt like the carp now were being foul hooked at this point. So we go back out again. I didn't feed after that one. I decided not to feed any more bait in the margin because clearly I got fish in there and I'm foul hooking them. So I just wanted to be able to just make sure I get one fish at a time. So if I've got 2 or 3 carp in the fish, there's no doubt that they're trying to get the heads down, and I was foul hooking them, I believe, for that reason. And again, another bite, and we got another fish on, and it comes off. So I mean, it's quite possible they were properly hooked, but they just didn't feel right. I think as fishermen, we know when a fish is hooked properly or whether we have foul hooked them. So after losing that last one, I went straight in on the left hand side, and almost immediately float went under and had another carp on. But again, had that funny feeling. It didn't feel right, and I just lifted my pole up there just to see where it was, and again, hook come out. So not sure what was really happening, but it definitely didn't feel right, and it wasn't my day. It wasn't going to plan. So that's how the day went, guys. I lost 4 carp in the margin in the last sort of 45 minutes. I lost a carp earlier on in the day on the feeder over by that island. So I lost 5 carp all in all. It could have been a different story if I'd have got them all in, but that's the way it went. That's fishing for you. One of my worst days in the summer. Hopefully the rest of the summer league isn't going to be so difficult. We had everything against us with that wind, but that's the way it went. So we ended up weighing in 20 pounds and 5 ounces and came 11th overall. So if we had got those 5 in, like I say, it would have been a different story. So guys, as usual, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give the video a like, and also please leave a comment if you can. It really helps the channel out. But until next time, enjoy your fishing, and I'll see you on the next one.